Good morning, Finley Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
And good morning, Finley Scholars.
Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Finley family.
Good morning, Mr. Kirby. So happy to see you two, of course, every day. And of course, we're back behind Miss Beeler's third grade class.
Hi, everybody.
I want to talk about this topic coming up, risk taking. That just came to my mind today. There are some good risks we can take at Finley every single day. So we'll get into that soon.
Well, Mr. Miller, you know, it is the first day of March, which made me think I need to change my calendars. I need to think about a new month coming up. And this beautiful weather just really gives us a tease of spring, doesn't it? But my favorite thing about Finley, besides all these great things, you know, Mr. Miller, I showed you this note that we got this morning. I don't know who it's from because the person didn't sign his or her name, but you know, that doesn't really matter because it could be from anybody. This last line, Mr. Kirby, you're going to be amazed. This last line that somebody wrote, it says, I hope you get this message from me. And because of you and Mr. Miller and the people at Finley, people are nice all because you guys are being calm. That's what it is. When we are calm, we can still be joyful. We can still be a little bit sad, but we can still be focused on our work. But when we're calm, everything seems to just go better, and the people around us feel safe and secure too. So whoever wrote that really means a lot. And it reminds me that when I need to take a breath or two, it helps everybody besides just me. Don't you think, Mr. Miller, it helps you and everybody around you?
Yes, and I want to state this as well. Sometimes, and you're saying this already, which is fantastic, sometimes you may feel a little frustrated inside or you think, yet on the outside, you can still maintain that calmness. So the ripple effect is calmness in the environment around us, the people around us overall. So that's what I have practiced all my life, to be honest with you. I may feel it, but I'm here to help all of you like Mrs. Adams is every single day, and Mr. Kirby and all of us staff members here, teachers alike, making this happen. And that kind of sometimes can be a risk if it's not something you normally would do at this point in time. It's a risk to do something that's different from what you normally would do. So that's what we want to talk about today. We want to take safe risks, though. I want to clarify what I mean by that. A safe risk in terms of learning would be something simple as this. Do that one more challenging problem. Read that one more word that's a little bit harder for you to read. And along the lines of people-oriented risk-taking would be make a new friend. Just simply saying hi to someone can be a risk because you're not sure about what it could be like in the end. But risk-taking is going to get you a little bit farther and make the growth you need in many areas. In fact, what do you think, Ella? You want to come up by Mr. Miller about risk-taking? Can you explain an example of risk-taking that could happen here?
So if you haven't been in school for a while because you were sick and you came into school and you wanted to solve a math problem, it would be a risk raising your hand and trying to solve the math problem because you're not for sure about that.
So she said, did you hear that? The risk to raise your hand if you've been out for a while. I think that's just a perfect example. But it's always great to raise your hand and say, I just don't quite get this because I've been gone, right? Perfect. You want to say something to that too?
If you kind of weren't paying attention a lot while your teacher was teaching something.
Yeah.
And she had just handed out tests and you're like, oh my God, I don't know anything. I feel like it would be like a risk to say, hey, can I And like you say it again, I wasn't really paying attention.
Can you say it again? I wasn't really paying attention. See, again, asking for what you want. Great example, you two, of what we need to do over here. And then last but not least, Xander, can you come up by me, please? Xander wanted to take the risk again to do the shout out. He's ready. Go ahead, Xander. Say you have a shout out.
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
I have a shout out for Miss Bueller teaching us multiplication and division.
Excellent. You know, it's a little bit of a risk to speak up and to speak on the camera for morning meetings. So with all those risks that are, of course, safe and we're thinking about that, there comes some growth with that. For the next time, it becomes much easier. Speaking of the next time, we're about to enter our second John Deere store. So I just want to plant that seed with students. If you have some stray paws, you might want to start gathering those up and make sure they're either in your zip pouch or in a place that you know where they're at. I know some classes keep track of those weekly, but we're going to be adding those up and then bringing the catalogs around yet this week. So I just wanted to make sure people are aware. And I love this message of calm. It's such a refreshing place to be, to give space, because it's also a time when, you know, you hear a lot of things, but you can actually listen in your calmness. So I think that's a great lesson. We've got some real advanced knowledge going on here with these young people, and I couldn't be prouder, because third grade, someday all these skills will take you right to
College.
That's right. So here we go. Happy Tuesday. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does fifth grade graduate?
20, 33.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does fourth grade graduate?
34.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does third grade graduate?
35.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does second grade graduate?
36.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does first grade graduate?
37.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does kindergarten graduate?
38.